What's up, guys? Wow, Colorado, the 450 class did not disappoint. Chance Hymas kind of made that second moto in the 250 class a little bit boring, but I'll get into all the 250 action tomorrow. And I got some interesting thoughts about the GDR Honda team going complete woke on us. It's disappointing, but I'll let you know all about that at the end of this video. Remember, guys, subscribe. I don't have as many subscriptions as a lot of the motocross channels out there. It's because it automatically unsubscribes people. I don't know why it does that, but it does. If you could just double check and make sure you're still subscribed, and if you're not, just go ahead and hit that button. I appreciate it. All right, guys, let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So heading into this round, we were all like, okay, how is Jett? Is his health okay? Is he injured? Because that crash at Hangtown, I don't care what anyone says, that thing was nasty. The head snap, that's a concussion. You can spin it however you want. When you hit your head that hard, that's considered a concussion. Did he need to go into concussion protocol or anything like that? I don't know. I don't know. Needless to say, he hit his leg, he hit his arms, he hit his head. I mean, that was nasty. The fact that he continued that moto and then also raced the second moto and scored some points, that wasn't a hero ride. But he only has 6 days. 6 days. So could they take advantage of him again? Chase Sexton needed to gain points. He didn't necessarily need to win the Colorado round, but he needed to get more points on Jett. Jett is the guy who's everyone's concerned with. It doesn't matter about all those people in between Jett and Sexton at the top, or Jett and Hunter at the top. They know Jett is going to go on a run at some point, so you must take advantage of it when he's hurt. And Chase Sexton fumbled, blew it. Any other analogies you want to use for somebody who choked or screwed up in a key moment? Go ahead and use those right now, because that's what happened to Chase Sexton in Colorado. He's going to be really mad at himself over this one, but he's got to move right back on and get to it at High Point. 6 days. After High Point, they get a week off. And then after that week off, I'm going to go ahead and assume at that point, Jett might be 100%. We know what he looks like at 100%. It's kind of up to him whether he decides whether he wants to win or not. Jett was clearly hurting a lot more than he let on. Everyone's like, oh, he's fine, he's fine. But he's dealing with a shoulder injury. Shoulders are weird in the sense of they're fine, they're fine, they're fine. You hit a rut wrong and it hurts or pops out. That's something to watch as he goes forward. He said a couple times he tweaked it out there. Now, if he tweaks it practicing or has one more fall, he's taken away his body's durability with that injury until it completely heals. Because if you land on it again, it could get way worse. And then with the leg injury, it kind of changes the balance on the bike and how you ride and whether you use the upper body, lower body. But it didn't matter. Jett was still Jett, and I cannot believe that he actually caught back up and on a bad day won. His losing streak lasted all of 3 motos. Now he's back on a win streak. Let's see how long he goes. If you guys haven't checked out Coach Rob's podcast about navigating amateur motocross, I strongly recommend you do. If you're an amateur racer and you need some advice on how to get through the entire system, check out Coach Rob's podcast. He's got Andrew Short on this month. He's got Derek Harris. It is a good show. I strongly recommend heading over there. Father's Day, right around the corner. Get your dad just make his garage look awesome. Make his workshop what it should be. For $2,100, you can get the 2-car garage floor shipped to you. These things look beautiful. They're easy to install. They're easy to clean. You just hose them out. When you look at one tile, like the one on my wall, they don't look that good. But when you put them all together, they really make a garage jump out. And they kind of hide dust, which is great because you know how when you paint the floors or get the epoxy, every little piece of dust stands out? Not with the tile floors. EpicGarageDesigns.com. Poor Hunter Lawrence. I feel so bad for him.
And again, I don't know if you heard me the first time, you have the red plate now.
Yeah, a little shit got me.
He's the older brother. He's the one that helped develop Jett into this absolute machine and probably the best to ever do this. Time will tell. But I think that's where we're headed. We are definitely on the path to Jett being the greatest ever. And it's crazy because if it wasn't for Jett being the guy, Hunter would be right there. We'd be talking about Hunter, Sexton, battling for the win, and we'd put him right in that same category as Tomac, Webb, and Dungey, and all these guys that win titles, but they're not dominant. They're not like the greatest ever. We had an era for a long time where we had a bunch of different guys winning, and Jett is totally hosing them. He's the Michael Jordan of this era. Think about how many great basketball players played in the Michael Jordan era and never got a championship, all because of Jordan. You got Karl Malone, John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller, and a bunch more really good players that never got a title because Michael Jordan hogged them all. There's going to be a lot of great riders in this era that don't end up with a championship because of Jett Lawrence. And they have to take advantage of him when he's injured like this. And you know Hunter knew he was injured. This was Hunter's weekend to go out there and win. And he knew it. And he tried so hard. But his little brother punked him at the end.
Yeah, a little shit got me.
He's going to need a lot of therapy. I feel really bad. There's sibling rivalry. And then there's sibling rivalry. You can say whatever you want about how much Jett and Hunter love each other. But that has to bother him deep down. There's a DNA rivalry between brothers. And while we love them, we also want to beat them so bad. And for Jett to just toy with him, beat him on a bad day, take away the one shot he had to win. Because after this, I don't see Hunter winning for a while because Jett's going to have an issue. He knows he can't beat Jett straight up. And now with Jett getting healthy, is Hunter ever going to win? Is he ever going to win a 450 Supercross? Is he ever going to win a outdoor motocross 450? Will he ever win a title? Not as long as Jett's there. And it's got to sting a little bit. He's probably, I strongly recommend working on this with a psychologist. I know they're a tight family that does it the right way. But I don't see how this can't leave some sort of mental scarring on Hunter Lawrence. And I'm not saying Jett should ever let Hunter win. You just don't want that in racing. You want to keep it on the up and up. But I'm just saying that's gotta hurt. Poor Hunter, man. That sucks. I feel for him. Speaking of therapy, Justin Cooper might want to join Hunter in that same group therapy. They can have the Jett support group because he has just been beaten down by both Lawrence brothers. They both, I mean, is there anyone out there who's had to race those two guys more than poor Justin Cooper? And they consistently take championships from him. He doesn't have an outdoor championship. He does. I mean, he's got the one Supercross championship, but outdoors, they have just taken everything from him. And it's going to continue probably for the rest of his career. Well, he rode awesome, and I love what he's doing. He's racing for a contract next year. I hope, the rumor is he's going to Husqvarna to replace Christian Craig. I hope that doesn't happen. The history of guys going from the Star Yamaha to the Husqvarna, I mean, it didn't work for Malcolm. It didn't work for Craig. While you have to take whatever opportunities present themselves, I really hope Star finds a way to keep Justin Cooper because I think he's a guy, while he might not win championships, he's a guy that always gets good starts and he battles really hard. He's in shape. And I think he's a guy that can continue to push the Lawrence brothers, even if he can't beat them in a championship. On certain days, he might be able to get over on them. Hey guys, if you're throwing away your X-Brand goggles, which I strongly recommend, get yourself some strapped goggles. Head over to ridestrap.com. Get your Let's Go Brandon goggles, get your American Flag. They're really good goggles. They're very similar to the other manufacturers out there. They come from the same factory. A lot of the same tear-offs fit. Check them out at ridestrap.com. Precision Transport. If you ship anything, you know how hard it is dealing with trucking companies. Not with Precision Transport, a family-owned business that they really put an emphasis on customer service and follow through. Hit up pretransport.com. Their prices are lower than the bigger trucking companies. Okay, so I've been sitting on this story for a little while, and I just wanted to kind of let a little bit of the drama from last week, because anytime I bring up controversial stuff, people come at me in different ways and try to cancel me. So I kind of like to take a breath in between and actually cover racing and that type of stuff that I really like. But when I see what the GDR Honda team did with their Pride, it's embarrassing. The track is where I go to get away from all the problems of the world. I don't want to hear about politics. I don't want to hear about your sexual orientation. I don't want to have the race card played. I just want to go ride dirt bikes, talk about racing, and get a break. There is so much stress in this world right now. And for GDR Honda to try and do an inclusion and push woke stuff down our throats is disgusting. I don't care if Dylan Wright's gay, not gay. I support whatever they want to do. Only thing I ask is do not sexualize children. That's my only ask. If you don't do that, I'm good. If Dylan Wright's gay and he wants to run the rainbow, go for it. But for the team to push it. Now, if their riders aren't gay and they're just doing this for, some sort of weird inclusion deal, screw you. That's lame. If they're, if that's what one of the riders or guys on the team specifically is part of that community, I can kind of see it. But at the same time, I'm not pushing that I'm heterosexual. I'm not pushing my race on people. My race is something I was born with. I didn't choose to be what I am. It doesn't make or take away from anything. We need to stop judging people on race, color, sexual orientation, and all these ridiculous things that don't matter. You know what I want to judge people on? How nice of a person are you? Do you do the right thing when nobody's looking? Do you sue people frivolously? Those are the things that I want to judge people on. I don't want to judge them on things they were born with that they can't control. And by GDR Honda making that post, they don't know this. They think they're making it easier on the gay community, when in reality, what they're doing is they're pushing it. You push it in, you create a divide, you create more separation. Just let it happen naturally. Like I said, if one of these riders or somebody is gay and they want to come out and celebrate it, good for them. I don't think anyone would care. I mean, some people are bigots and they'll care, but most people won't. Most people don't care. We want to know, are you a good person? Do you enjoy racing? That's it. So shame on you, GDR, for pushing a woke agenda and dividing our community, because that's what you're doing, just so you know. Now, I definitely don't want to cancel GDR Honda. They're a great team. This sport needs as many teams as possible. Whoever's idea that was, you might want to rethink it or maybe move them to a different position, because they clearly don't understand marketing, bringing light to good issues, because that's the wrong way to do it. Hey guys, if you ever want to move to Texas, check this place out in Pittsburgh, Texas. 408 County Road. This place is beautiful. Hit up the real estate agent and they will, this is a place that, hey, if you ever wanted to move to Texas, you want to get out of California, check out this place in Pittsburgh, Texas, not too far away from Dallas, out in the country, beautiful. Hit up the real estate agent. If you guys are selling your house, remember, I'm a real estate agent, and no matter where you're at, I'll find an agent in your area and I will promote your house to make sure we get it sold and get what you want. So hopefully we can get Bryce's house here sold and get it to another member of the community that just will enjoy this badass place in Pittsburgh, Texas. All right, guys, tomorrow I'll be back with a 250 video, and I got some interesting thoughts about Jason Wygant and James Stewart, two of the best announcers in the sport. They're so good together.
Love it. And there's Deegan, who is almost cartoon character level at times, trying to get in riders' heads, playing the head game.
But why does Wygant have to call Hayden Deegan's personality comic book-like or cartoon-like? That was a low blow during the broadcast, and I don't know if you guys caught it. If you want to check it out, it's about 21 minutes left in the first moto. I thought that was low, and I didn't appreciate it. I love that Hayden expresses his personality, but I'll get into all that and more tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Later.